what are your thoughts as a whole coming out of this first term? So can simplify it for folks with all the stuff going on. What are your thoughts overall coming from it?
Did I like it? So I like the job.
Okay.
I like representing you. I like representing all the people out there. Do I like Tallahassee? I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. Like you say, I'm not a patient man, right? I wouldn't run a bill if I thought it could wait 7 years.
Yeah.
So to be perfectly honest with you, there at the end of session, I was wondering, should I just go back to being a doctor? I was really having some serious thoughts because, you're away from your wife. Your relationship with your kids, you're always busy. They're starting their lives and you don't hear much from them anymore.
Yeah.
Think about my patients. My patients have to realize they're not going to see me for 60 days.
Yeah.
Think of the strain it was on my patients. And so I left Tallahassee thinking, I don't know if this is going to be the last time I see it. I may just willingly not come back. But you know what happened? I come back to the district. I see people like you.
Yeah.
I see people out on the beach. I see business owners here in town. I see people that have lost loved ones.
Yeah.
And they gave me new causes to fight for. They say, Dr. Rubin, have you heard about this bill? This bill would have helped my daughter.
Yeah.
Can I convince you to run it for me?
Yeah.
Dr. Rubin, have you heard I've been forced out of my home? Is there anything you could do? Dr. Rubin, my son's on Medicaid and he's not getting the care he deserves. Right. Is there anything you could do? So basically, I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
But I found new causes to fight for. And, that's all well and good, Wes. And the other thing that I don't mind sharing with you, my fellow legislators knew that I was having doubts. They knew that it was tough on me, right? It means a lot when the next 3 speakers of the Florida House call you into their office individually.
Yeah.
And they say, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
This place cannot function without you, Doctor. I
cool.
need your input.
Yeah.
And Wes, you see that, but I think you don't really appreciate it when you're in the whirlwind. I had colleagues, whenever there were healthcare bills, colleagues would call me ahead of time. They'd say, hey, Doc, is this a good bill? Like, you're on the ground. What impact will this bill have on doctors like you? Should I run it? Should I not run it? There's another bill I'll talk about just real briefly. We passed a workers' comp bill this year that basically paid providers more to accept workers' comp cases. I don't know if anybody out there's ever dealt with workers' comp. First of all, you can't find a doctor around here that takes it because the pay is so low. So quick story. Bill was filed. They wanted to give doctors and surgeons something like 150% pay raise. So you can imagine, sounds like a lot, 150% of $1 is not a lot, so they get paid nothing to begin with. We were just trying to bring their pay up to comparable pay rates with other states.
Yeah.
Bill said we're going to raise their pay 150%. By the time it made it through the committee process, they had knocked, I think, the 150% was knocked down to 140, and I think even surgeons were knocked down to like an 80% pay raise or something like that. So I'm in the speaker's office. I think it was about my Second Amendment bill. I think I was asking, when are we going to hear my Second Amendment bill? I know it's coming to the floor. Can we get it on the floor? I think I was in there pushing hard for my Second Amendment bill, and I figured, well, while I've got the speaker here, hey, Mr. Speaker, what's coming of the workers' comp bill? Oh yeah, that one's coming up tomorrow. I said, well, Mr. Speaker, if you're going to pay anybody, you got to pay the surgeons, right? Because if someone slips and falls at Publix on the job and they dislocate their shoulder, I'm a family doctor, and I appreciate the pay raise, but they don't really need to see me. They need to see Andrews. They need to see the orthopedist.
Sure.
I said, so Mr. Speaker, I said, if you'll listen to me for 1 second, I said, the surgeons are the ones that need the money. Do you know, after talking to me, all right, both surgeons and doctors got a 200% pay raise.
Wow.
So tell me the Speaker of the House didn't listen to me.
Yeah, and you having that relationship and that voice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker Paul Renner. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah. Having that voice to be able to say the right thing to the right man at the right time.